Welcome to ATB TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti on this lovely Thursday afternoon. Chilly start here this morning, Pete. 3 degrees it is. It's starting to feel like autumn. I'm still waiting for summer.
It's gone. All 5 days. I think we'll 4 of the 5 days were last week. Aircon was on for 4 days last week, and I swear you could nearly have had the heater on the last couple of nights, but
I don't think the aircon's actually had a Guernsey here this summer, but anyway, that's the year we've had.
Yep.
Well, we've got a few runners to go through, and we've got a few runners coming up, and then we'll get on and talk a little bit about this week's yearling sales that are coming up on Sunday and Monday. So let's go back to Warrnambool, Pete. Was that last Thursday?
just as we do that, Darren, I'm just swinging my leg. No one can see me, now they can. Yes, Warrnambool, 4 runners. You went for a drive with Liz. We had no luck, but we had some nice results. I think we've said that probably the last 3 episodes. We'll start with Street Baby. Look, it just never happened in the run, but we've since found out she had a little issue after the race.
Yeah, she was well beaten, short price favourite, which you never like to see. But she pulled up with a vet issue, nothing major, but she had a epiglottis
You say it.
entrapment, and it required veterinary work to clear that. So she pulled up with a valid excuse. It's a shame because we'd waited all prep to get her out to 2,000, and then on face value disappointing. But when she was vetted post-race, she was found to have that issue. So she's home in the paddock now. She'll have a good spell. We need to get about 50 or 60 kilos on her and set her up for next prep. But I'm still convinced she's a good 2,000 metre horse, and now that she's had that procedure, she should improve further. So that was the story there.
I ran into Laura Lafferty at the trials, and I didn't mention anything about the throat issue because before I could say anything, she goes, "Gee, Daniel was dirty after the race on me." And then I mentioned what had happened. She goes, "Oh, I feel a little bit better now." So, yeah, anyway. Obviously, she can be trained for that 2,000, and we won't be running her 9th up over 2,000. It might be 4th or 5th up next time in. Same race, Minatory, now retired.
Yeah, just hasn't got it. Look, just travels up nice in the run, and looks like he's going to be right in the finish, and then they get to about the 300 and he starts to go backwards. So whatever his issues are, he's a happy sound horse, but under not just galloping pressure but full race pressure, there's obviously something worrying him. Just can't get him going. So the owners have voted and he's going to be rehomed.
Yep. I think it was the following race. We had Madam Mischief, and she kept sticking her bib out and bib out and bib out, and then got bloused by one of the it was actually Bill Wild's horse, not Simon's. Got her right in the post, but she was brave out to 1,200. Yeah, look, she was just stiff not to get the win.
Yeah, she just kept finding. I think Pat was maybe a little harsh on the rider, just saying maybe should have given it more rein early. But look, credit to him. Done a great job with this horse. She looked magnificent. She raced accordingly and just got beaten by one on the day that was supposed to be retired, and they decided to give it one more run. And I think it's retired now, that horse, but
it was never in the call, eh?
No, it just went bang late. But no, she done all the work, probably on inferior ground there against the fence. But look, she only got beat a lip, and you know, you'd think next start she'll get a chance.
And
gave her something to cheer about.
I was impressed with young Michaela Lawrence. She had a bit of fun about her, and yeah, she nearly got the job done for us.
Yeah, good ride.
Unassailable. A good result, finishing 4th over 14. It was a quantum leap, 1,000 out to 14. You don't see it often, but settled well. Just got balked a bit. I think it was coming around the home turn. Probably stopped her from running 3rd at big odds. Yeah,
she just got 3 back the fence, and then she kind of needed to get away out, didn't she? And she was dictated to a bit, so she had to wait until we could get her going and find the line. So. You know, that's what happens sometimes in racing, but her run was good, and you know, she'll go to 1,400 again, and we'll go from there.
It was not a bad race too.
Can you go and see what Peter Marsh wants and tell him I'm on video? Out there. Just tell them I can't come out, sort it out.
I'll cut that bit out.
No, leave it in.
Leave it in. We went to the Valley the following night. We had an Irishman who's been a project horse, but they're just trying to change his racing manners to settle. We had Mark Zara on, it was over a mile. I think he's settled better than Pakenham, but he's still over. Look, he's very hard on the bridle, isn't he? When he got out the top of the straight, I expected him to go bang, but I think just because he pulls hard, he just hasn't got that turn of foot's taken away. But he did hold off the fourth horse to run a creditable third, I thought, and we're on the right path with him.
Yeah, I thought that was his best run so far with the new tactics of trying to get him to posse up, and I thought at the end of the day he ran well, and as you say, he just didn't have that turn of foot at the end. But against that grade, you can't afford to do anything wrong. So you just got to say he's work in progress, and when they take him next time, if he can make another 10% improvement, he's not far away.
Yeah. Caulfield on Saturday we had a dandy man. He finished 9th. Plans were to go back, but I'm not too sure. Going back to the next postcode was probably in the plans. He was probably 3 lengths off the second last horse when you probably would love to be right on their bum. Made a bit of a run mid-race, which effectively takes out your run you're going to have at the end of the race. So, look, it wasn't ugly as such, like beating 15 lengths, but he was never a winning chance, was he?
No. 3-year-old going to town, first go at 1800, drawn wide. I think, you can say a lot of things about the ride and you can say a lot of things about the plan, but I think most trainers go to a race with a good plan, or it seems a good plan at the time, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And I think, Mitch's post-race was kind of sounded like that it just didn't work out because they jumped and then they settled and slowed, and we all tailed off 2 lengths when he felt we should have been a bit closer. So I think sometimes it just doesn't pan out on the day. I don't think we lost anything with the horse. I think the horse was great. I think he's definitely up to that class, whether he is now or he might be in time. But I think Mitch probably walked away more disappointed than the owners. Probably felt he let us all down, but I think he'll learn from that, and he's still learning about the horse, and I think he'll, if he had his time over again, he'd probably have a different plan. But sometimes that happens in racing. They could have easily jumped out and went like cut cats, and he could have just got a nice card into the race, but it didn't work out, and the horses still showed plenty. Disappointing not to be competitive on the day, but I think our turn will come, and we certainly haven't lost any confidence in that horse.
Not at all. I think Young Werther was the horse that we're trying to get onto the back of. It's a preparation ahead of us, but it still struggled from where it was, having one run of them, struggled to get to where the winners or the first 3 or 4 were. So it just showed you with an inexperienced horse like us, and probably doing more in the run than what Young Werther did, you can see why we finished where we did. At this stage, Mitch is happy to push on, but he's, as Mitch is, he's very, very guarded. He'll make the horse make that decision, but all good going forward with the dandy man. Now Monday we had Terang, and we'll talk about Terang in a couple of lights, because we had the Farmers' Day, which we've been a part of for, I reckon, 4 years now, with offering up a share. First, we had Eagles and Pins scratched. Now, the owners know the reason there. Paul wasn't happy with her. She'll find another day to make her debut. We also had Intense, who was making his debut for us. First off, in a mile maiden, drew 16. It's a long way back, but he made a lot of good ground late. Ran 5th, he was still beaten 6 lengths, but the first 2, which was a smart import winning the race, and I think it was a Mar horse that ran 2nd, looked city class, but it was good, I thought.
Well, he's a big horse, isn't he?
He's all over the place.
He's green. He's a horse that came out of Queensland. He's by I'm Invincible Abbotsville mare. He's a staying type. He's a big horse. He needs the beach. You know, and we didn't have a lot of expectations. We were concerned about his first up run going the Victorian way. The track's a beautiful track because you've got that lovely big straight there. Yeah, he was all at sea down the straight. He was all at sea getting around the corner, but he showed plenty. I thought his turn of foot and the way he attacked the line and made up ground was terrific. Yeah, ducked and weaved a bit.
I was probably a bit harsh on the girl because I might have said to you, if she actually stayed on the back of the first two, she may have got another 2 lengths closer. But I think that was him trying to look for the fence.
Well,
he was out in the middle of nowhere.
He was confused. So at the end of the day, I thought the run was good. I think the horse is, you know, when he gets out of 2,000, 2,400, he's going to be a nice horse once he learns how to go the Victorian way. And that might take a whole prep, I don't know. But I think he's got the ability, and I think he's going to get better as he gets older, and he's going to get better as he gets further. And I think the size and weight of that horse, he definitely needs to be trained on the beach, and I think he's in the right spot.
Picked him pretty early that he's 2,000 metres plus, so kicking off.
No, but I was happy with that run.
If you look at, I always like to look at finishes in front and behind you. The 30 to 1 out to 80s were all behind us, and the horses you would hope, trained by the right stables, were in front of us. So.
No, he's going okay.
Yep. So that was it. That was our
That
runs.
was the week. That was the week. Now that Farmers Day down there with Kieran and Wayne Johnson and the whole team in Terang, we offered up one of our shares in our Palantino cob.
Yep.
And it was good of Lindsay Smith to come in and get those boys bidding up, and he gave them a bit of a razzle-dazzle.
A bullish Lindsay.
And told them they were embarrassing and harden up and start bidding. And he got them going, and on an advertised rate of $37.50 for a share, he threw up free training fees for that share for the life of the horse, and he got them up to $51.50. And that money's all going to a very nice charity down there in Terang, which is what the Farmers Day is all about. And then I think he shamed all the underbidders into buying a share. So I think he ended up getting about 20% done for us. So good on you, Lindsay. Well done. And congratulations to the whole Terang Club and putting that on and funding, you know, a good charity there, a refurbish of a house for people that need it in the town. So it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, no, it's been, I think it's the fourth
one.
Yeah. And yeah, he's pretty smug with himself, Lindsay, for his, what do you call it, bargaining sort of prowess. But,
I reckon he's got a few tricks. If he wasn't a trainer, I reckon he would have been a real estate agent.
Second-hand car salesman. No, so it was a good result. And John Sargent was the winning bidder.
Yeah, good on you, John.
Well done to John.
We'll look forward to catching up with you. And hopefully you can get some of that money back.
Yeah. Righto, going forward, runners going forward. Not a lot. We feature heavily on Saturday. We're a three horse multi that adds up to about 125,000 to 1, Darren.
So you tell me we've got 3 horses that can't win.
I reckon the best of our chances might be the first one we talk about.
Yep.
Without denying the others. Never Again is in the Shaftesbury Avenue over, I think it's 1400 again. Yep, Group 3. John McNeil on. Your mate Michael Walker's gone. Riding something else in the race with Bussard and Young. I think they're in love. I think he loves that combination.
All I'm going to say, Pete, is
I wasn't going to sort of.
I'm not going to complain.
No, I knew you would. We'll just leave it at that. Your bloke's off. We got Jai on, Melbourne Cup winning rider.
No, it's good.
He was good last day.
It was great, and he's going to get a firm track again.
Yep.
And this is Flemington?
Yep, 25 to 1.
So nice big track. Should be able to hit the line there.
Drawn 4.
Plenty of room.
4, perfect.
$26.
Oh,
Sneaky
good
place chance.
Absolutely. Yep. It's not a bad race. We expect from a Group 3, but
I can listen to what Clinton McDonald's had to say yet. I'm sure it'll be a good pre-race.
Yeah. Later in the day, the second last, we've got Capriccio back. The Espresso filly. First up is the English Dash. Down the straight, 1100 metres. Tick Damien Lane. Tick gate 10, I'd say. It's probably, you prefer to draw wider than inside. Yep. It is a strong addition. I think it's a bit stronger than what Daniel thought. But
what price?
$61. Crossover like he's been tinkering with gear and trialled up really well, and I think Daniel said she'll run better than her price.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, won't it? First go down the straight's always a concern. 1100 metres is of no concern. Firmish track's of no concern. Good rider. Did trial up impressively. It's a strong race, but it's the English Dash. You know, that is a very, very good race, and it's worth a bit of money.
Good money.
So,
just nice to see.
can she run top 6?
I think she was gonna, because she's not a natural speed horse. I think she'll just get smothered up in the right part of the track, just in behind them. I suppose is how well she can finish off against. Like there's horses in there that won 2, 3 and 4 races.
She's only having a 4th start, but she is by I'm Invincible.
If you get the cover up there in the right race down the straight, I mean, yeah.
Anything can happen, but
maybe we should.
If she can finish in the first half, I'll be happy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because there's plans, obviously, further into the preparation for her.
She's Adelaide bound if she's up to it.
We head north to Sydney. Our Melbourne Cup runner from, what year was that, Darryl? We've missed a year in racing.
2019.
And our Zipping Classic winner, Southern France, kicks off after injury and a lot of prep work, rehab work.
I think he's been off the scene for 12 months, nearly.
Over.
Was his last run the Sydney Cup?
No, went up for a race prior, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know if he went in the Sydney Cup in the end, I can't remember, but...
He hurt himself in that race where he sat up outside the leader, I can't remember.
So it's nearly a year.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was down to run in the Australian Cup, but given that we're going to be racing on Firmish tracks and there's no rain forecast, they've whipped him up to their Sydney stable for the prep, and I think it's a good move.
Great move.
And he'll go around in the Chipping Norton first up over a mile. You think he would. What is he, 80 to 1?
80 bucks.
And he's 80 to 1 for a reason.
Very elegant.
Very elegance in there.
Colette, Colding.
Yeah,
they're all true miles.
There's only 9 in it, but they're good horses. So, look, if he could show us that he's back and, you know, run okay, even if he only beats a couple home, I think he'd be a good stepping stone.
Just riding quiet, let him hit the line. His work was good the other day. What I said at the Valley with the Cox Plate winner and Sir Dragon A and some other horse. So
anyway, we'll see.
I think he looks a lot more rounded in his.
He's matured. He's matured. He's not a colt anymore.
No.
So he's going to be purely focusing on racing.
Yeah.
And
still only a young horse in terms of.
He is only a lightly raced young horse. So hopefully this is his year.
Perfect. So that'll lead. I presume the race they're looking at leading into is that 2400 metre Group 1. Not Queen Elizabeth. What's it called up there?
No, I'm not sure, but I know his final mission could be the Sydney Cup.
Afterwards.
Is it the Tancred?
Tancred, yeah.
So there's some nice races there for him, and if their tracks are soft and dead, that's what he loves.
Yeah, perfect. Jason Collett rides.
All right. So
Grade 3. So
we're just looking forward to those horses competing at that level over the weekend, and hopefully, you know, they give a good account of themselves. But they are big odds, and they are racing against better, more seasoned horses, and most of them, 2 of them are first up, so there'll be improvement as they get deeper into their prep.
No runners at Colac or Ballarat Sunday. Monday's a race day, it's ripped out of the calendar, so no races there. Tuesday, might actually sneak up to Bendigo. It'll be a bit of a chance, this filly, if she runs in the mile race and not the 1400. But
she won't be $10.
No. What was she? Oh, she blew, didn't she? It was 4 or 5 and went out to 10. So it might be the other way around this time.
Yep, Raise the Colours we're talking about. Paul Prushka, she debuted a couple of weeks ago, and she was enormous to run second there. She's a Raise the Flag, and as we say, they peak when they're 7. And she's only a 3-year-old filly, and she's had the audacity to run second first up behind an even money Godolphin horse that looks like it's got a future. So if she can run up to that this time, she's got to be a $3 or $4 chance in that race, and we really look forward because she thinks she's one of our nice 3-year-old staying fillies coming through, and there's a couple of them, so we're really looking forward to seeing what she can do on Tuesday.
There's a little bit of talk, if it all works, that we could flip over the border with her too.
Well, hopefully by then we can get over the border and stay over the border and actually do a bit of travelling.
More open than not now, but day-to-day proposition, the world we live in now.
And that's where we're at. That's our runners, the 4 of them.
So, as as we roll into next weekend, so obviously the Newmarket was serious suspect. I think Noble Warfare heads to, I think he said it was a Nil Cup or something like that for his second up.
Yeah, it's Eden Hope.
Eden Hope.
It's some other race at Eden
Eden Hope Absolute Cup. Or
Yeah, something
yeah.
like that. Anyway,
but they're all to come.
And if you want to know we don't know who's riding Serious Suspect either. The whole world's waiting to see what Jamie Carr's doing. Obviously, she's being offered all the rides. The good thing is she is trialling Serious Suspect at Flemington on Friday.
Yep.
And if he happens to blow him away and blow her away, she'll stick with him.
If he trials up to his normal pattern, she should be impressed because he's a serial good trialer.
Saab knows that if she's impressed with his trial, she'll stick with him. So I'm thinking this horse is going to be fresh and he's going to want to run. And he's going to blow him away in the trial. Actually, he showed me this trial field. It's not a bad trial. It's a Group 1 trial.
And that's probably not a bad thing either.
And we don't know who's actually going to the Newmarket at this point. There's stories that Bivouac may not go, Nature Strip Mail may not go, there's a little cloud.
6 of the top 10 in the market might not run.
Yeah, might not. And even Money Odds on Chance.
We might be $5.
Yeah, well.
Still race for the same prize, buddy, so it doesn't matter.
That would astound me. I can't believe we're 13s now on the third or fourth line of betting, and there's still all those horses.
There's a lot of guessing with who's running and who's not.
It's quite bizarre, really, because it's just hard to know.
And I reckon too,
who's going to turn up on the day.
There'll be a lot now dropped off the second nominations that might have been thinking. Wish we'd stayed in. Yeah, because I think it was about 18.
Some of these horses are going to Sydney.
Yeah.
Some of these horses are going elsewhere, so we're not sure who's going to be left in the Newmarket, but it's still a Group 1, and if you can run top 4 there...
Group 1, 1.5.
Peter Morgani will be standing at the front of the shrine doing backflips, I reckon.
Probably crying. I like it.
Actually, I reckon that all those people you put in your syndicate...
Yeah.
They'd like take you, each one of them, there's about 10 of them, I reckon each one of them would take you to Nobu separately for dinner.
No, I'm trying to lose weight. You can take me somewhere else.
You can eat rice. So I reckon those syndicate people that you've put in there, if you give them a Group 1 winner, surely...
All them and all the Hasseltoff ones, when he wins his Group 1, they better remember too.
What do we think they should do? Like chip in and buy a new car or...
House will do.
House? Yeah, I reckon. They owe you big time.
Yeah, anyway, actually, you just reminded me, they need to jump into the couple of those yearlings.
Yeah, where are they all? Sitting back?
They need to think ahead because they're not going to race forever.
No, that's true. That's true.
That's what they can do with their money, Darren. Don't worry about me.
Well, aren't you managing the money? Aren't you siphoning it off?
Yeah. You've got a couple of houses down the beach.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
I thought so.
Deposits on them.
Thought so. I want to give a cheerio to Shirley Baker, who's in hospital at the minute, and I want to wish Shirley a full recovery, and we hope to see you up and about shortly, Shirley. I'm glad everything's going along okay at the minute, but she had a 90th birthday the other day, and Liz and I sent her a special cheerio and made her laugh, so we're thinking of you, Shirley, and the whole Baker family, so good luck and speedy recovery there. Now Sunday, Pete.
Big
Sunday,
times.
Monday.
Yep. Nervous times, exciting times, collect times.
It will be busy. So we'll be down at the English Premier Sale. We'll have all our yearlings going through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all 12 of them. Some of them would have seen the features on the email of those yearlings. So if anyone does want to come down, at this stage everyone can go. I think we're expecting some announcements from the government on Friday afternoon about lifting some of the restrictions. But we're taking 12 very nice horses there. So I want to wish all the people involved in breeding those horses all the very best of luck. Our team's down there now parading them, have been since Monday lunchtime. They've been absolutely hammered with agents and buyers and trainers.
That's what we want.
Very, very busy, and the horses are loving it. It's amazing how they just love parading those horses, and they're all doing it. And I went down and had a look at a few yesterday parade for different people, and they're an impressive bunch. So looking forward to bringing you an update next week on how we went. And as I said, the people that are coming along Friday afternoon for the 3 o'clock parade, we'll look forward to seeing you there. And we'll look forward to getting these horses sold. Hopefully we don't bring too many home.
No, and all that vision be acrossracing.com, but obviously the English site has a 24/7 stream as well, so we look forward to, I think lot 80 we kick off, is that right?
No, lot 35,
There you go.
Done Deal
Lot
filly
35.
out of Fleet of Foot's the first one up.
Yep.
So we'll be there nice and early on Sunday. So good luck to everyone involved.
Excellent.
All right. So thank you for those who have bought the shares in the yearlings, the Palantina and the Totem Stardom and the Jukebox. We've still got half a dozen shares left in the Totem Stardom and the Palantina.
Yep.
But a lot of that got sold last week at Terang. So if you're sitting there thinking about what's going to be happening the year after next, if your horse is getting a bit of age on it or if whatever, you need to get in touch with us and get involved. But other than that, have a good weekend. Good luck with your runners, and I think in Victoria particularly, we're all hanging on your brother Daniel Morganti to give us some announcement about our restrictions.
Uncle Dan.
Uncle Dan for you,
Yeah.
Chairman Dan, whatever you want to call Dan.
Dictator Dan.
I've heard a few names.
Dictator.
I reckon there'll be a few horses racing around later in the year with the word Dan in their name.
Well, we had Mask up, and was it Mask? Face Mask run during the year.
Yeah.
So I reckon you're right, there'll be a few come up.
I reckon a lot of them are going to be by I'm Invincible.
You reckon? Yeah. Yeah. I got a joke about it. No, I'm not telling it.
I've heard that joke. This is a family show.
Well, it's a family joke.
It is a family show. All right, until next week, I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morganti.